Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball, and today we have another edition of NBA Shooting Secrets. This time, it's Seth Curry edition. All right, so I got a ton of requests to do a Seth Curry breakdown. So today what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over the top 3 mechanics that Seth Curry uses to hit shots. Now, he's not quite like his older brother, but still he's an elite shooter in the NBA, and one of the reasons that allows him to play in the NBA. So, take a look at these 3 mechanics and think about how you might be able to plug them into your game.
All right, so let's start by looking at his footwork, specifically his heels. Now, Seth Curry is one of the best at keeping his heels off the ground as he goes into his jump shot. Now, the reason why this is important is that it activates your other joints, like your knees and your hips, so that way you get great spring into your jump shot. So by keeping your heels off the ground, it's almost like having a natural springboard to start your upward momentum. You'll find that very few great shooters plant their heels into the ground, no matter when they're shooting, whether it's off the catch or off the pull-up dribble. So try staying on the balls of your feet with the heels off the ground, and that way you'll probably get better lift to start your jump shot. So when you're trying it out, experiment with different heel heights. Some people like a bigger gap between their heels and the ground, and some people like a smaller gap. So see what works best for you. All right, so next let's talk about his set point. Now the set point's not necessarily a spot where the ball stops, but instead it's the point where it begins releasing towards the basket. And Seth has a little bit higher set point than normal where it's up by his forehead. You'll notice that a lot of great or younger shooters will like a little bit lower set point somewhere by their eyebrow, something that his brother Stephen uses. Now Seth gets really good lift on his jumper, like we talked about with the heels in the section before, and that's one reason why he can bring his set point up a little bit. So it's not gonna work for everyone. But if you're a player that gets pretty good lift on your jumper, it's probably okay to bring your set point up just a little bit. You just want to make sure that you're not bringing it too high up or too far back, because that will turn it into a 2-motion shot, killing your trajectory. All right, so one interesting quirk that we found on Seth Curry's jump shot is that he has a thumb flick. The thumb flick, most of the time, is something that players develop when they're younger when they're trying to get extra power on the shot. Now, a lot of coaches will make you change your thumb flick and get rid of it, but the way I see it, as long as it's not affecting your jumper negatively, then there's nothing wrong with it. So really, there's no reason to correct it unless you're constantly missing side to side. Then it might be an issue and something that you probably want to get taken care of. But I always subscribe to the theory of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And a lot of times if you're needing a thumb flick for extra power, it probably means that your mechanics aren't optimized somewhere else, whether that be with your upper momentum or your feet or something like that. So long story short, you can still be a good shooter with a thumb flick, just look at a guy like Seth. But it can be something that can mess you up.
All right, if this video helped you out, go ahead and hit that like button, then head down below to the comment section and let me know what sort of video you want to see next. This is a channel for the people, by the people, and I run pretty much everything off of request, so leave it down below and hopefully I'll get to it. All right, if you're new to Shot Mechanics, you're definitely going to want to do 3 things. Number 1, hit that subscription button below. We put out a ton of videos every week and they're all going to get you better, I guarantee it. The second thing you're going to want to do is click the button above or the link in the description, get a free copy of my #1 scoring workout. This is a scoring workout that's going to change the way you think about training, and it'll probably increase your scoring average the very first time you use it. And the third thing you're going to want to do is follow me on Snapchat. My username is just Shot Mechanics, and we're doing all sorts of behind-the-scenes stuff, so you're definitely going to want to check that out as well. Again, I'm Coach Colin Castello with Shot Mechanics Basketball. Thanks for watching, and until next time, splash on.